What is up, guys? Thought I'd do something different for you today. As you know, my channel generally features a lot of my hobbies, a lot of my interests, just stuff that I enjoy. So today I thought I would do a disc golf video, which I've never done before. I'm gonna do an in the bag, and I said, fuck it, if the pros can do it, I can too. So, I have a mixed bag. I have a lot of different discs from different manufacturers. It's mostly Prodigy, but I thought I'd walk you through it and just show you what I've got. So to start off with my putters that I have in my bag, my main putter I've been throwing as of recent is the Castaplast Berg, the K1 line. It's a really good, not very floaty putter. It goes extremely straight. It goes where you throw it. It's great in wind because it doesn't float a lot. It's not real glidey. Sidearm, backhand, whatever. It's just been an awesome putter for me. So that's what I've been using mainly. My backup in my bag is the Seppo Payu Prodigy PA1. This is if I need something to throw with, a little bit of distance, anywhere between, up to, or I should say up to about 120 feet, I'll throw this. By no means a great player. I should have covered that at the beginning, but my rating right now is an 886, so I'm somewhere in between a rec player and an intermediate player. So yeah, I'll throw this just if I need something a little bit glidier, or if I just don't have the strength one day and the Berg isn't getting the distance I need, I'll throw this instead. And then a must in every bag, in my opinion, is the Westside Harp. I use this for sidearm shots. I'll drive with this from time to time. I know this thing will dump hard. It's overstable, as everybody knows. I mostly throw this sidearm just because I know it's not going to turn over on me. So now for my mid-ranges that I'm currently bagging, I have a dynamic disc Truth. It's an EMAC Truth. This is a great disc just for straight shots. It's not real overstable, so if I crank on it pretty hard, sidearm, I can get it to turn over. Backhand, I don't have a ton of strength, but I can, throw this on a straight line. This is my premier backhand mid-range disc. Then this right here, I believe, I'm gonna make sure I'm getting these right for you. This is a Fuji, I believe. Now this disc just recently made it back in my bag. A little bit more stable from my experience than the EMAC Truth. This one's primarily a sidearm disc or a backhand if I need it to just turn a little bit or have a consistent fade at the end. Up next, one of two Justices I have in my bag. This is a Dymax, so it's a little bit more understable than the Lucid plastic that I usually throw. This one has gotten me an ace before. It's just a great disc. It's a very straight, reliable disc with a reliable fade at the end. Not much more to say about it. It's just a Justice. And now my meat hook Justice. This is what everybody thinks of when they think of a Justice. Crank on it as hard as you want. It will always, always, always finish the way you expect it to. Okay, fairway drivers, which is most of what's in my bag. This is what I throw probably the most. I have two Sparks, both gold line, Feldberg Sparks. Just a little bit of trivia. Feldberg is probably my favorite disc golfer to watch. But these two discs are amazing. This one's a little bit more beat in than this one, but they both do exactly what you think they're going to do without being too overstable. I used to bag a couple of Frostline Sparks, but you can't find those anymore, which are extremely overstable. My two straight down the middle discs or turnover discs are going to be my two Escapes, a Moonshine and a Lucid. Both are awesome discs. I can throw these about as far as anything in my bag. I top out with these on a good throw, probably about 350. So like I said, I'm by no means a pro, but I enjoy the game and I've been playing for quite a while. Next one is the Longbowman. This disc I feel gets overshadowed a lot by other discs that are semi-like it. The Felon, the new Pioneer, and maybe even to a lesser extent the Ati. This disc is cool because once they get broken in, it's very Felon-like from my experience, but you can get it to turn over, or you can do good flex shots with it. Just about anything you want. And then no disc bag would be complete without a couple of Felons. This is my Lucid, this is my Lucid X, the Eric Oakley. This is probably the longest running disc in my bag right now. I could not play around without it. I absolutely love it. This one's pretty broken in, but still stable. Both of them extremely stable. Then an Ati, if you haven't thrown one of these and you like the Felon, I highly recommend it. To me, it's a little bit more stable than a Felon. I know, there's differing opinions on that, just depending on what discs you ended up getting. But this is a tournament plastic, which I usually throw VIP in Westside, but I really do like this disc. And I think the best thing about this disc is that I colored in his beard, which just makes it a cooler disc. And then last but not least, I'm bagging a Westside Fortress. I got this when they first came out. I absolutely love this disc. This is my trick shot disc. If I need a disc to go up and over the top, over trees, just anything just out of the ordinary for me, I will throw this disc. There's a reason why it's bright orange, and that's so I can find it pretty easily on a bad shot. But this shot's gotten me out of some sticky situations, and I just don't have the heart to take it out of the bag. Now for my distance drivers, I don't bag a ton, but my old Steady Eddie, the Enforcer, this is a fairly new one. My other Enforcer that I was throwing for probably 4 or 5 years straight was my first ace disc. After last year, I retired it from my bag because I didn't want to lose it, and now it's going to be put up in a display with, I actually have the T sign from my first ace because they were replacing the ones at the park and I happened to be there that day, so I got the first T sign from, or the T sign from my first ace. So the Enforcer, there's not much to say about it. If you guys have thrown Trilogy Plastic, you know exactly what this is. It's overstable, it breaks in nicely, it'll go a long distance if you crank on it, and it's just a good disc. These are two fairly new additions to my bag. I have the Castaplast Grim and the Grim X. The Grim is very even in my estimation, flies a lot like an Escape. If you crank too hard on it, you can turn it over, but it will always dump back the other way. I don't know if that's the right terminology, but it will always on a sidearm shot, right-handed sidearm shot, it will always dump right at the end. But I can get it to flex out pretty nicely, and it's just a good disc. I mean, this thing tops out, I can top this out about 375, and that's about as far as I can throw. So then the Grim X is just its more stable brother. If I go over water, that kind of thing, and I know I need something to dump right at the end for sidearm, or I need to dump left consistently for backhand, this is the disc as of right now. I don't want to say it's replaced my Enforcers, but I'm throwing these a little bit more right now. I think I need to break into another Enforcer more. And last but not least in the bag is my World. I was throwing one of these for a while. It was a pretty heavy one. I think it was a 174 World, and it was an awesome disc. This one is actually light. It's a 165. I was trying to look and see exactly what the weight was on it. What's cool about this disc is I don't have to crank down on it too much to get it to go straight and to get it to go far. So this disc sees a lot of play. I can throw this on nice hyzer lines. I can flip it, turn it over a little bit, or flex it out, I should say, if I need to. And it's just a really awesome disc. If you haven't thrown a World, it's just a cool disc. So that's about everything in my bag. There's nothing really else to mention. This has saved a lot of discs for me, this hook right here. And that's about it. I mean, other than that, if you guys have any questions, like usual, post them in the comments. If you have any feedback, please let me know, good or bad. And let me know what you guys are bagging. Thanks a lot. Have a good day.